When will French Open 2026 be played? French Open 2026. Spain's Carlos Alcaraz and USA's Coco Gauff will be the defending champions in men's and women's singles, respectively at the 130th edition of the major. French Open 2026, the second major of the year, will be held at Roland Garros, Paris, from May 24 to June 7. Spain's Carlos Alcaraz and USA's Coco Gauff will be the defending champions in men's and women's singles, respectively at the 130th edition of the tournament. Alcaraz beat Italy's Jannik Sinner 4-6, 6-7, 4, 6-4, 7-6, 3, 7-6, 2, in 5 hours 29 minutes, the longest ever Roland Garros final, to defend his crown at the clay major. In the women's singles final, Gauff stunned world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka 6-7, 5, 6-2, 6-4 to grab her maiden French Open title and overall, her second major. Spain's Marcel Granollers and Argentina's Horacio Zeballos won the men's doubles crown, while the all-Italian duo of Sara Errani and Jasmine Paolini emerged victorious in women's doubles. With compatriot Andrea Vavasori, Errani also grabbed the mixed doubles title. Tennis lovers around the world mark their calendars every year for the French Open, one of the most prestigious events in the sport's grand tapestry. Known officially as Roland Garros, this Grand Slam tournament is more than just a competition, it's a celebration of grit, clay, history, and artistic athleticism. For the year 2026, the stage is set once again in Paris, France, where the world's best will battle on the iconic red clay courts under late spring skies. Cherry blossom the dates, a late spring spectacle. The 2026 French Open will unfold over a 15-day period from May 24 to June 7, 2026. This schedule positions the tournament perfectly between the blooming of spring and the arrival of early summer, when Paris is at its most enchanting, and the clay courts at Roland Garros are primed for epic duels. This period has become traditional for the French Open, the last Sunday of May through the second Sunday of June. These dates are not arbitrary. They're deeply woven into the rhythms of the tennis season, offering a transition from the European clay swing to the grass courts of Wimbledon that follows shortly after. Tennis the tournament flow. Imagine Paris over these weeks, the city waking up to the hum of tennis talk, cafes echoing with debates over serve speeds and forehand topspins, and fans from every continent converging at Porte d'Auteuil. The first week, beginning May 24th, sees the opening rounds, with qualifiers having already contested their battles earlier. Players from all corners of the globe step onto the clay, the slow surface demanding patience, strategy, and endurance. Every match becomes a narrative of physical and mental fortitude as underdogs hunt upsets, and stars aim to cement their legacy. By the first weekend in June, the draw has narrowed, and the intensity triples. Quarterfinals and semifinals crowd the courts. The tournament culminates with the epic finals on June 6th, women's final, and June 7th, men's final, days when whole careers can be defined, and history books etched with new champions. Glowing star, why these dates matter. The French Open's place on the calendar is deliberate. It follows the warm-ups in Monte Carlo, Madrid, and Rome, tournaments that prepare players for the unique challenges of clay. Unlike grass or hard courts, Roland Garros red clay tests every element of a player's game: stamina, slide technique, shot selection, and sheer mental resilience. The timing also allows the tournament to sit in a sweet spot before Wimbledon, giving champions and fans alike a rhythmic transition between surfaces and styles. The backdrop of late spring also brings unpredictable weather, sunny days, cool evenings, and the occasional gust of wind that can subtly alter the spin of a serve. Trophy traditions and new beginnings. For players and spectators alike, the French Open is steeped in tradition. Since its origin, it has challenged legends like Rafael Nadal, whose mastery of clay is unmatched, and inspired the next generation to test themselves on its storied stages. In 2026, that narrative continues. The tournament retains its rich essence, embracing both human-line judges, a nod to classical officiating, and innovations that respect the purity of play on clay, even as other majors adopt fully electronic systems. This blend of tradition and progression gives Roland Garros a unique identity, a place where tennis history is celebrated while the sport evolves. Sparkles a world pause for tennis. For a fortnight each year, the French Open creates a global pause in the sports calendar. Fans around the world rearrange their days to catch matches live or on screen, cheering for their favorites and savoring moments of sheer brilliance. Long rallies, daring drop shots, and crowning glory under the Parisian sun. In 2026, the May 24th to June 7th window will again be that sacred span when Paris becomes the heart of tennis. Whether you're watching from the stands in France or from thousands of miles away, these are the dates to know, remember, and celebrate. If you want, I can also add a shorter summary of just the key dates or include details about the qualifying rounds and final schedule.